Well, generally speaking, for instance, Italy has a very mixed weapon system, defense system, partly U.S. Technology, not only U.S. technology, and partly European. I think slightly more European, but primarily because the presence of Leonardo, it's rather big. But in general, I think there is no problem at the moment having a sort of hybrid technology arsenal. In the future, however, I think Europe should become more and more self-sufficient, because I think as a second leg of the NATO, we have to be more reliable, we have to be more robust, more solid as partners to make NATO stronger. So if we increase the capability in Europe, there might be in some sense a reduction of the, for instance, American supply. However, in that case, we also expect America to spend less money in defending Europe. So more or less the count is balanced. As long as there is a clear strategy under the NATO alliance and we know exactly how to defend ourselves, what are the synergy. So we have to leverage on the synergies. We don't have to leverage on the contrasts.
A key issue for Europe, of course, is the fragmentation of the defense industry. You've talked about it many times in the past. At the moment, GVs seems to be the path forward. You're in several GVs for tanks, for fighter jets, etc. GVs take a long time to get together, and then when they do happen, sometimes there are some squabbles, like we hear apparently between Dassault and Airbus at the moment. So is GVs the best way to make it work?
GV takes a lot of time when you have a big investment in industrial assets, exchange of physical assets. But if you make GVs like the one we did with Rheinmetall, with Baykar, that are based on a clear work share, so you don't have to build anything. You start the day after, because the synergy among the two industries participating in JV are very clear, and the work share is very clear. Believe me, you're fast. With Baykar, we took 8 months to go from zero to the JV formation. Rheinmetall the same. So it depends on how you handle it. It depends on the strategy and on the technology plan that you have.
Very final question on space. Last week I spoke to your peer Patrice Kane of Thales and asked him about your talks around your space division. He said, look, be patient, there's a lot of stakeholders, it's difficult. Do you share this view? And also, if that's the case, do you have time? Given the domination already from SpaceX and Musk, do you have time to create that GV?
Yes, Patrice is quite right. Be patient, because it's a multifold, it's a multidimensional problem. Launchers, satellite services, SATCOM, Earth observation, exploration. You don't do this in a single operation. We are doing quite an accurate analysis, a due diligence in terms of finance as well as in value creation. I think it's important to go towards aggregations of space companies in Europe, because we're individually too small compared to the American giants, Chinese giants, and so on. On the other hand, it is true that Europe has lost a few trains. I mean, what the Americans did with the public-private initiatives, SpaceX, Starlink, I mean, it's amazing. And as a matter of fact, now we have to find the right strategy at the right moment to do something different. This is what we are trying to do. I mean, nothing is easy at this level, but yeah, I think also these are the best minds in Europe in space are around the table.